guys, in this video I'm going to walk you through the complete setup guide on how to get things going with any Roku TV that you might have. So the things that we're going to need, of course, is the Roku TV itself. We're going to need an internet connection, so whether you're planning on hooking this up over your Wi-Fi internet signal or plugging it in directly with an Ethernet line from your internet, we're going to need that. And then additionally, we're going to need to set up a Roku account if you don't already have one, or if you have a Roku account, we need to just link up this TV with that Roku account to get things up and running. But I'm going to take you through this entire process from start to finish. And the first thing I need to do is take the TV out of the box. I'm going to put the legs on, and then I'll walk you through the setup process after that. Right out of the box, we have a couple of feet here that I'm going to screw in to the bottom. Comes with 4 screws that we can get in there pretty easily with a Phillips head screwdriver. We also have our power cord that we're going to plug in, and then the remote. We can get that started by pulling out this little battery tab, but I'm going to wait for the remote prompt once I get things up and running. But I'm going to install the feet on either side. If you're going to wall mount this on a bracket, then that's going to be a little bit more involved, but any kind of universal mounting bracket should fit to the back of your Roku TV. And I'm going to get this thing standing up on its feet before I plug in the power. And with the TV now up on its legs, we need to find where to plug in the power cord. So on this model, we can see back here on the side, we're going to plug in this side of the cord back here. And the other side, we're going to go ahead and plug into the wall. And while we're on the back side of the TV, you can see over on the other side, we have all of our inputs over here. Coax cable, we have 4 different HDMI ports, an auxiliary port for headphone jack, USB Type-C, and also if you're going to be plugging in using an Ethernet cord instead of using a Wi-Fi internet connection, you can do so in this area right here. And additionally, on this model, we have our power button over here in the back corner. Now we're going to go through the process of setting things up on our Roku TV's screen. So we're going to do this by taking out our remote, and it says to pull out that little battery tab so that we can get up and running. Once you take out that tab out of the remote, then the remote should start automatically pairing to your Roku TV. If it doesn't, you can try holding down the back and home buttons simultaneously for about 5 to 10 seconds or so to try to get it to pair as well if you're not having success. But we can see doing volume on or off or doing volume up or down, they're working just fine, so we're good to go. Now at this point, we're gonna get started with the setup process. I'm gonna click OK on the English option, but you need to select your language here, so I'm gonna do that. And I'm setting this up for home use, so I'm gonna click OK on that option. And I'm not gonna be plugging in directly with an Ethernet cable with a wired internet connection, so I'm gonna select the wireless option and setting up that internet connection over Wi-Fi, so clicking OK on wireless. And again, clicking OK to set up a new wireless connection. And it's going to look for Wi-Fi internet signals in your area. So find your Wi-Fi router in this area and then click OK on it to select the Wi-Fi router that you want to hook up to. Then enter in your Wi-Fi password here and then click connect. And as long as you type in that password correctly and you're getting a good signal from your Wi-Fi router, it should successfully connect. So now it's going to check for any software updates that it's going to download and install on your Roku TV. So it says that there's an update available. Very common, you should see this. So we're going to click OK to get the latest software update. And this process might take a minute or two for it to download and install any updates, but then you should be all set and ready to go with that. Now we can go ahead and click continue by clicking OK on our remote, and it's going to now update our remote control with the latest software for the Roku TV remote, so we can wait for that. And now at this point, we need to hook up our Roku TV to a Roku account. You might ask, well, why do I need this? It's similar to like if you get an iPhone, you'd have to hook it up to an Apple account, or if you get an Android phone, you'd have to hook it up to a Google account, for instance. It's just a similar thing. It allows all of your Roku devices to be on one account that you can control, and also it'll allow you to link up a payment method. So if you purchase any TV subscriptions or anything like that, it'll have a payment on file linked up with your Roku account that it will use for those things. But what we're going to do here is click OK on where it says enter email. Enter in the email that you want to use for your Roku account. If you already have a Roku account, it's just going to be entering that same email that you already have on that Roku account. If this is your first time using a Roku device, then just again, enter in the email that you want to use for that Roku account. Once you enter in your email, then click continue at the bottom. And after doing that, it'll want us to check our email to confirm. Heading on over to my email account, and I can see that Roku has sent me an email to activate the device, and this ended up right in my inbox. If you're having a hard time finding this in your inbox, you can also try checking your spam filter, spam folder, junk mail, promotions folder, your clutter folder, anything like that. Or you can always use the search function in your email account to search for Roku to try to find that activation email. So I'm going to click on this. And we can see right here that we can activate the device by clicking the Activate Device button right here. That's going to bring us over to Roku's website. If you don't already have a Roku account, you'll be prompted to create one. This is an account that's already linked up with Roku, so I'm going to be able to move on to the next steps here to complete this activation process. So we can take a look here at some disclosures, and then it says, do you want Roku Smart TV experience? You can manage your preference here, or you can agree to these preferences as well. I'm going to agree to these disclosures by clicking that option here. You can name your Roku TV anything that you want. I'm just going to leave the standard name in there, and you can select a location here. So I'm going to have this particular TV in the basement of my home, so I'm going to put basement there. And then you can take a look at the terms of use. If everything looks good, we can check this box and continue. It's going to ask, do you pay for cable or satellite TV? So you can select that option here. If you have a cable box, a satellite TV box, you can still plug those into your Roku TV and get access to it through there. But there's also streaming apps for a lot of these TV providers now. So instead of having that box hooked in to your Roku TV, you can just use the Roku TV itself with these streaming apps to get access to that content. So for this particular question, the answer for me is no. So then it goes over to this option where it says, do you currently subscribe to any of these services? So if you do have any of these services, you can check the boxes in this area. And what it's going to do is simply download these different apps onto your TV so you can get access to them. And once you check those boxes, we can go ahead and click continue. Then it'll ask to select interests to build your channel lineup. So different apps that are related to these different topics. So let's say I'm interested in sports, local news, free movies, and TV. And then I'm going to go ahead and click continue. And it'll give us some additional apps that we can have downloaded and installed right on to our Roku TV by selecting those options in here. But you don't really have to do this at this point in time. You can always search for these apps on the Roku TV itself to download and install them from there. You don't need to do it during this setup process. So we're going to go ahead and click continue. And it's going to give you some free trials and offers. So if any of these are looking interesting to you, you can start different free trials. Otherwise, we can scroll all the way to the bottom and click on where it says continue. And our setup is now complete. If you would like additionally to get the Roku app on your phone, which you can do to look through different content options, and you can also have your phone be a Roku remote, you can get the Roku app and download and install it on your phone. Otherwise, you can also click on where it says go to my account. Over in your account information, it's going to show all the devices that are hooked up to your Roku account, and you can dive in more into these different options over here on the side to look at your account information, all of your different preferences, and things like that. Also, if you want to add a payment method, check out your subscriptions. All of those things are going to be found in your My Account page over at Roku.com. Now, after linking up our Roku account to our new Roku TV, heading back over to the TV itself, it says, let's connect your devices. So I'm going to click OK with the remote, and it says, connect your devices to this TV. So if you have a cable box, satellite TV box, any type of gaming console, anything that you want to link up with your TV, connect it to the HDMI ports in the back of the TV and plug those devices in so it can identify those different devices, and it'll put little app tiles for all of those devices on the home screen of your Roku TV. So I don't have anything that I'm currently interested in plugging in to my Roku TV, so I'm going to click OK to continue on to the next page, but it's going to search the different HDMI ports, and if you have anything plugged in, this is where you can personalize and set that up. But I don't have anything plugged into these different HDMI ports right now, so I'm going to select the nothing option. But if you have any of these additional options, you can select that, and that will be the icon that it shows on the home page of your Roku TV for those particular devices. But like I said, I don't have anything hooked up to this TV at this point in time. So then it sends us over to the home page of our Roku TV. And again, guys, those app tiles for those different devices that you plug into HDMI will show up on your home screen area here. If you'd like to move these tiles around in a different order than what it currently shows, all you need to do is click the little asterisk button that is on our Roku remote to open up the different options that we have here, and then we're going to click OK on Move App, and then we can move the app exactly where we want it to be located. Click OK to drop the app in its place. So let's say, for instance, I want to move this one to the bottom. Again, I'm going to open up our menu by clicking on the little asterisk that's on our Roku remote. We're going to move the app, and I'm going to bring it all the way down here towards the bottom and drop it in right there. Let's say maybe you want to uninstall a particular app because you're not going to use it. So this one right here, again, opening up that menu with the little asterisk, and then I can go ahead and click OK on Remove App, click OK on Remove, and it'll get rid of that particular app. So you can go through all of these different apps, move them around how you want them to be located, or additionally, you can get rid of them if you don't have any interest. So we're going to go over to our settings here on the side. You can check out different live TV options in that tab there. That is going to be linked up to different live TV apps and different live TV content that you can get access to. And again, heading back over to our options here on the side, if you want to download and install any additional apps onto your Roku TV, we can go to the search area. We can start typing in any app that we'd be interested in. Let's say maybe we're interested in PBS, so you could start typing that in here. You can select the app that you're interested in and download and install it from there. You can get different recommendations in the what to watch area. And if we continue to scroll down all the way towards the bottom, we can see different sports offering options. We can check out the streaming store to see all of the different recommended streaming apps that are in this area. You can also search for different apps in this area. And last but not least, we can get access to our settings. So if you need to change your Wi-Fi internet, if you want to change anything like accessibility, your picture settings, the TV inputs, what you have plugged into your TV, all of that type of stuff is going to be in this area. Parental controls. You can change your payment method. You can do a system update or system reset. One other thing that I want to touch on, so you can edit your home screen. Recommendation rows, I don't necessarily like seeing at the top of my home screen, so I'm going to click hide on that. And then I also like a smaller tile size so that I can fit more tiles on the screen for my app. So now if I head back over to the home page, you'll see what this looks like. It no longer has that recommendations area here at the top, and we can see that we're 4 apps across, and we can see more of the apps on the screen as well. This is my preference, but you can set things up however you prefer for your Roku TV experience. But that'll wrap up this video. I hope it was helpful walking you through the complete guide on how to set up any Roku TV from start to finish. This example was with a Roku Plus Series TV, the 55-inch 4K QLED. If you have interest in these Roku TV products, I'll post links to them down in the description if you'd like to check them out there.